Hi everyone, this is Beyond the Veil Media. Thank you for being here. And today I thought we would go over, have you ever noticed how our ancestors rarely explain things directly? Instead of instructions, they left symbols, stories, and images. And what's strange is this wasn't just one culture. This happened everywhere. So the question is, why encode knowledge instead of explaining it? When we look at ancient civilizations, something stands out to us immediately. They didn't write manuals the way we do. They didn't spell things out step by step. Instead, they carved symbols into stone, painted them into caves, embedded them into architecture, and wrapped meaning inside myth. So that choice feels intentional. They chose to do that in that way. And intentionally usually points to a purpose, right? So it's easy for us to assume this happened because our ancestors lacked knowledge. But the more we study our ancestors, the harder that idea becomes to defend. Because they understood astronomy well enough to track cycles across thousands of years. They engineered structures that still confuse modern science. They aligned cities with the stars, the sun, and the seasons. So then the question shifts to, it's not could they explain things, it's why didn't they? Why did they choose symbolism? Through storytelling and things like that, like symbols work differently than words do. Words tell you what to think, right? And symbols invite you to experience something. A symbol doesn't demand agreement, it doesn't argue, and it doesn't persuade. It waits. And when someone is ready, the meaning reveals itself in a way words could never do. So what's especially interesting is that the same symbols appear across cultures that supposedly never interacted. And trees representing life, serpents representing renewal or knowledge, and spirals representing cycles and time. So eyes representing awareness, triads appearing again and again. Different names, different stories. Same underlying language, though. That doesn't look accidental. It looks preserved. Encoding knowledge isn't the same as hiding it. It's more like protecting it from misuse, if you really think about it. So some knowledge doesn't translate well when it's handed to someone who isn't ready to understand it yet. Not because they're incapable, but because understanding changes how a person relates to the world. And so symbols slow people down and they filter out those looking for shortcuts. They require patience, reflection, and maturity. And today we live in a world of instant explanation everywhere. We are bombarded with instant explanation. So answers are immediate. Information is constant and everything is spelled out. And yet people feel more disconnected than ever before. So maybe something important was lost when knowledge stopped being experiential and became purely information. So maybe our ancestors weren't trying to give us answers. Maybe they were trying to preserve a way of perceiving, a way of noticing patterns, a way of engaging with reality slowly, a way of remembering instead of consuming. So maybe the real question isn't what our ancestors knew, but what they trusted humanity, us, that we would eventually remember. And maybe symbols weren't meant to be decoded quickly. Maybe they were meant to meet us when we were finally quiet and ready enough to notice them. And this channel isn't about having all the answers. It is about asking more questions, though, or the right questions. And noticing the patterns we were never taught to look for in the first place. So if this made you think or pause or question or see something differently, please leave it in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. And if this resonated with you, or if you could think of anything else or what you might want me to do something on next, please also leave that in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe and follow and share with others that might need to hear this or would want to hear this. And yeah, I hope y'all continue to join. Until next time, y'all have a great day.